conversation.
Man, that's not hip hop. You don't sit here and talk about what the fuck I fumbled or what the fuck something happened, man. Get the fuck out of here. What the fuck have you fumbled?
I've given you nothing but praise for being the fucking, for having the source, and I want to talk about
no, man, listen, bro. See, I seen it coming. You wanted to do this. You felt you didn't do it last time, but you wanted to be like this, because all these other crackers out there be like, he fucked the source up. He fucked the source up. Eat a dick.
Stop for a second.
The fuck out of here, man.
I don't. This isn't what I want, dude. I don't.
Fuck you did this.
No, man.
You come up with no, man. What? Don't try to like this.
I'm trying to have a hip hop conversation.
Look, man, that's not hip hop. You don't.
I'm with Benzino on that, man, because I think the guy didn't do his research. But hey, we gonna get our commentaries. So go ahead, Ronnie. What you gonna say?
Benzino did mess up the Source magazine. I don't know why people shocked by it. He did mess up the Source magazine. At one point, the Source magazine was the biggest hip hop magazine in the world. Everybody used. I know my brothers, Hakeem and shout out to Urban Noise. They used to get the Source magazine like every copy that ever came out. Then all of a sudden, the Source magazine disappeared because of Benzino bad money management. His management skill when it comes to the Source magazine was terrible. He didn't produce the way he did. And then not only that, you also had other competitors start coming out with more of that fire, more of that exclusive interview. It kind of hurt the Source magazine. So that's why people are finally holding Benzino accountable. He's upset about it. But yeah, he messed it up. I'm not gonna lie, he messed it up big time. That was one of the biggest magazines in the world. Go ahead.
So I'm a little bit personal biased though. I am partially from Boston. And I find it disrespectful when you have white boys asking the question that did nothing. So there was a lot of stuff that happened in the whole Source magazine things that Benzino would have to share with. We only know what's submitted of it, but I think it's disrespectful for some white boys on a podcast when he never did nothing in hip hop to talk about anything what Benzino has done for the last 30 years. I
disagree with that. Listen, white folks are the one that's buying it. They are the one that's buying the magazine, not black people.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. But I'm talking about those white boys at that podcast. I am from Boston. Those white boys have not even did a smidget for what for Benzino has done for Boston in the last 30 years. So that's the only thing I say. This is the only time I'm gonna bring race in something. I thought it was highly disrespectful for them white boys to even question him on that.
I think they had the right to question him. They had the right because the Source magazine fell off.
It was above his grade. Listen, Ron, there's a lot that went on with that but Benzino get blamed for a lot because he's been labeled the bad guy. Trust me and believe. When we need to just dissect that, he didn't have nothing to do with that. A lot had to do because people forget Benzino was the face, but there was a white boy who also owned it with him too.
Correct.
We don't know if the white boy underhandedly did some backdoor shit on him. It's a lot of fuck shit that white boy done did. I'm saying what I seen Benzino has done for blacks in Massachusetts. Yes, I ain't gonna lie, Ron. He has done some creep shit. I'm not gonna sit here and lie about that. I ain't gonna lie about that. He has done some creep shit. But for them white boys to even come at him, I thought that was highly disrespectful.
Oh, here we go. For me, I think, going to the podcast, I think, what the podcast was trying to do, Benzino, I think they were trying to get a viral moment, and that's why they threw how you from the Source Wars and everything, just to say something like that, just to get a viral moment, see if they could go viral and everything. Do I think, some part that Benzino has some part of, messed up with some Source Wars? Absolutely. But to me, I would have asked a question about, getting into depth of the Source magazine, how the rise of it and also the fall of it too. And if you had anything that you would take back that possibly that that the Source magazine kind of failed, what would it be and everything? But just to say, just to go be disrespectful like that, because I agree with you, Hakeem, like you fumble it like that, I would have answered that question that way. I would have dissected and get into, like I said, the rise of it and also the fall of it. So But yeah, this was just, trying to get viral moment out, get Benzino riled up because, even though Benzino almost 60 years old, he's very, very emotional. You say something wrong, especially about the source magazine, you definitely go rile him up and you go start cussing all that type of stuff. So I definitely knew what the white guys from the big Deuce Pod were trying to do. They were trying to rile him up and see if they can get a viral moment out of it.